Hello, welcome or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz. I'll be guiding you on this journey today. And I've gone back to making like little intro videos to put at the beginning of each reading. So that's what this is. And I'm stalling because I can't remember what I was actually going to say in this intro. Memory. Anyway, okay, here we go. It's all coming back to me now. Couple things. I'm going to stick to just doing human design profile readings for the time being. I also am going to start doing readings by type as well. So, there'll be a reading for manifestors, there'll be a reading for projectors, there'll be a reading for generators and manifesting generators. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep those in one reading for now anyway, until I feel differently about it. And then reflectors as well. So I'm going to add those readings in, but I just, a little birdie told me to stick with those. And I think, honestly, in great part because those are the readings that I actually get like a response on, and there's more engagement in those readings that I put out. And that's what I want, and being a manifesting generator myself, right? It's responding. So, instead of doing the zodiac signs and the human design profile readings, at least for the next little while, I don't know how long that'll last until a birdie tells me to do differently. And obviously that birdie is like my intuition or like my own like personal guidance, right? But that's what I'm going to do for the time being. And I think like part of why I haven't necessarily done that sooner is because I really haven't been engaging with or like super I don't know, whatever the fucking word is. Like, how annoying is that? To not be able to find the right word. I just haven't been as in the realm of human design as I have been with astrology. Like I've been spending a lot of focus on just understanding astrology, and especially like my own astrology. And so I just really haven't been engaging with a lot of human design content. Like I really haven't been keeping on top of it. So as a 5/1, I think I just feel a bit insecure about making that the prominent thing. And I honestly, I can't even say that's going to change. Like I'm not saying that like I'm going to start diving heavily back into human design just yet. I know the basics. I know all of the shit that like I did learn before. But yeah, that is the truth. That is the truth that I haven't been as on top of that as I have been on top of astrology. I mean, obviously, astrology is also included in like human design, but anyway, that would be getting into a bit of like semantics. So, from here on, for however long, I'm just going to stick to doing human design profile readings. The 333 readings are still available. Those are the only that's the only offering that I have right now. Like, I'm not doing longer form, or I'm not doing one-on-one like personal readings for the time being. I had a couple people email me about a personal reading, like a longer form personal reading, and I just don't feel called, or it just doesn't feel good for me to put energy into those for right now. For whatever reason, I mean, I do feel like I'm in this like transitionary phase, and I'm like literally in the middle of it, like that liminal space, and I just kind of feel like I need to kind of keep my energy like focused on whatever is going to unfold, like with that. And for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel good to offer, like I said, like anything basically beyond like those 333 readings. So, which is also like kind of scary, right? Like, because I'm like, ugh. I could use the money right now. I could use, really, ultimately, I could use the money right now. Like, that is the truth of it. I could use the money, but that is the only thing, like and that's not like a very good, that's not a motivator that like feels good, for me right now. So the capacity that I do have is, again, the 333 readings. The basics of that is that it's $3.33. You would Venmo me $3.33 and include your email address, and I will pull 2 cards for you. The first card would be the door, or that's basically the obstacle or the opportunity, or the thing that you are standing in front of, or the thing that you are coming up to in your life. And then the key would be the guidance or the advice, or how to work through that obstacle, or rite of passage, or whatever. And the readings that I have done on those so far, and thank you to those who have requested that offering, they have been so amazing and so cool. But it is a written reading, so you'll get a PDF with a picture of the tarot card. The interpretation that I have for it, and then any overall like thoughts or things that I kind of picked up on in those cards too. So again, like I said, the ones that I have done have been so amazing and so cool, just the way that things have unfolded. And the people who have gotten those readings, there's been great feedback from those readings as well. So thank you also for that. And I'll put, of course, an explanation of that in the description. Yeah, really quick then, because this is long as hell all of a sudden. Let me just introduce the decks that we're going to be using. The tarot deck is the Wandering Moon Tarot, and the I was going to say the affirmation deck, which I guess that it is, but the Oracle deck that we're going to be using is the Inner Fucking Peace deck, and my sister actually sent these cards to me. So yeah, let's get into the reading. Great. So this is a reading for the 3/6 Human Design Profile, the Martyr Role Model. If you don't know your Human Design Profile, there is a link in the description for you to get your Human Design Body Graph, and your profile will be listed in there. Your type will be listed in there as well, so definitely be sure to watch those whenever I get around to posting them. That kind of flew out. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. The Death card. Oop. I keep hearing in my head like bursting someone's bubble. One more. The Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Who's at the bottom? Page of Swords. All right, and let's get your affirmation card. Oh. Wait, let me write down. Because I will forget. Okay. This says, the path to inner peace begins with 4 words, not my fucking problem. Let the crazy ass shit go. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like, okay, so the reason why I was like feeling, busting, what did I say? Busting bursting somebody's bubble? Because, this hand is holding this needle that looks like, it's about to poke this star over here. This is the 8 of Pentacles. And then we had the Death card that came out, which is Scorpio. And it really feels like there is some routine or some aspect of your life, and it's in a practical application. Like it could be your job. It could be, again, like your daily routine. It could be lifestyle. It could be where you invest your time and your energy, even like where you show up in your life and how you show up in your life. And is that in balance? Are you receiving what you are getting? Are you expelling way too much energy than you are receiving? Because it's interesting that we go from the 8 of Pentacles, the Death card, which is an ending. It's the end of a cycle. It's not, quote unquote, like death in the literal sense, but it is recognizing that something isn't working. And the whole thing with the Death card is that there is a new thing. I always say, like when the Death card comes out, a new beginning always disguises itself as an ending. But both are important. Like the end has to happen. Right? Like something has to stop, whether that's a behavior pattern, a thought pattern, a job, belief, identity, even muscle memory too. Because anytime, for whatever reason, the 8 of Pentacles comes out, I always think of muscle memory. And for whatever reason, I mean, it's because the 8 of Pentacles is about repetition. It's understanding that in order to master something, you have to show up. Like you have to continuously do it. You have to repeat it, right? Like think of any craft that you have ever tried, right? And the first time you actually did it, like think of how shitty it was, right? Like, and even just the satisfaction and the happiness of like actually doing it. But, like for me, I've tried macrame, I've tried, embroidery, I've tried like woodworking and making cement planters for plants. What else? Like making cement bowls as well. But like every first, second, third attempt, crap, absolute shit, but through continuing to do it, repetition, muscle memory, right? Like even just being able to see the difference, like, oh, okay, if I do this, then this is the result, right? Googling things and watching YouTube videos of how other people do it. And right, it's like it's putting in all that energy, investing your money, your time, your resources. Resources would be like materials or water, you know, dedicating, you know, a space in your house or your place for it, you know. But it's like the understanding that you have to do that in order to master something, in order to become good at something, even to like to become that role model. You know, you have that sixth line there, which for the first 30-ish, give or take, years of your life operates as a third line. So for the first 30-ish years, you're operating as a 3-3, bro. Lots of trial and error, lots of making and breaking bonds, lots of, you know, life bumping up against you and just kind of like getting pinballed around, you know. And then the time between your Saturn returns, your first Saturn return and your second Saturn return, you're up on the roof and you're unpacking all that shit, you know. And this, you know, like with them holding this needle here towards this one star, it's like starting to almost go through things. Maybe even like going through the baggage that you have collected in your life, because we all have it, right? Like, I mean, we all have baggage. And again, you know, like if you're up on the roof or if you're coming up to it, then again, you know, it's going through that and deciding what stays and what goes, you know, like what is practical, what has helped you, what do you want to continue to carry with you? Because we all have the choice in what stays and what goes. Even if this is like material possessions, like you could be like going through your house and being like, I need to do like a purge, you know, like I need to purge my closet. I need to go through, you know, the files that I've been carrying. Dude, I did this. When was it? Like sometime at the end of last year, I was like just going through everything. And I kid you not, I found check stubs, paycheck stubs from the year 2000. Was that my second job? I think, yeah. And I was making $6.56, 26 years ago. And the fucking federal minimum wage is still $7.50. 26 years. Anyway, I can't even tell you how many times I have moved between the year 2000, which I was like 16 or 17 in the year 2000. 17, maybe? I don't know. But like I moved states twice. You know, like I don't even know how and why I even had that shit still. I found my like original divorce papers, I think, like from the year 2004. Like, you know, it was hilarious, honestly, but also it felt really good to go through those things. Like this is almost even feeling like Seven of Cups-ish in the sense of like the Marie Kondo effect, right? It's like going through your shit and being like, does this bring me joy? Is there still energy available in this thing for me, right? Because I truly believe that there is an amount of energy that is, you know, available in shit. Even like everything that we buy, you know, Candles, for instance, right? Like there's a certain amount of energy in a candle, which is like the wax that's in it. And once that's burned down, then we, throw it away. Clothing, books, whatever, paycheck stubs. And if we just like hang on to it, it's just kind of like empty weight, so it's having an opportunity to either throw it away, shred it if need be, donate it. I've been trying not to necessarily donate a ton of shit because fucking Goodwill, like, fuck them in their like prices right now. Look, they have a lot of fucking nerve to be getting shit for free and to be charging the prices that they fucking charge. So there's, the buy nothing Facebook groups on Facebook, hello. Even just selling them yourself, like you can get on, what is that, like Macari or like whatever, Posh or whatever it's called. I haven't done that specifically like with clothes, but I will sell shit on Facebook Marketplace. But, and it's like, it's freeing up the energy in your own life. It's clearing out energy that is stagnant or that's been used up. And that allows for energy then to come in, and also even like reestablishes balance. Because like I said, it's interesting that we go from 8 pentacles to 2, but these are manageable over here, right? Like these are just, there to be there. And again, with this hand and the needle in it, it does feel like the Marie Kondo. And maybe you are just going through your life. Even the path to inner peace begins with the words, not my fucking problem. It's not taking on more than you want to. Like, it's not just doing things because that's the role that you've always played, or because you're the one that's competent, or, you have people that rely on you. It's, kind of giving it back to them and being like, no, I'm not available for that. Or that seems like something that you can do yourself. And if you don't know how, I can show you. Like this would be a training moment or a learning, moment, whatever. Which, yeah, sure, might be like uncomfortable at first. But this is also about you and your inner peace. Letting the crazy ass shit go. Because it also, like, it really seems like you need things taken off of your plate. And that you want that. Because these cards wouldn't have even come out if that wasn't the case, So again, like, there's some aspect in here. And that aspect would be saying yes automatically. Like, I lead with no. I used to lead with yes. Because also too, right? Like there's that whole Yes Man movie, which I really enjoyed. But I feel like just saying yes to fucking everything is so toxic and so exhausting. And the people who are offended by you saying no are exactly the people that you need to be saying no to. Fuck them too. with goodwill. Because again, right, there seems to be just something that has accumulated like too much on your plate, or you have been taking too much responsibility for things. And again, I know that you've probably been doing that because you are capable. There's a people pleaser aspect in there as well, right? And maybe it's because too, you don't know how to say no. Maybe how you were raised, you didn't have the chance to say no. Or, if you did say no, then you were, disciplined or punished, or maybe you're an oldest child, and the responsibility fell on you for your younger siblings. Maybe you're a younger child and you had that responsibility, maybe too, like your sense of worth is wrapped up in how much you can take on. And I can assure you that people do not see it that way. And I doubt that you're even feeling worthy or accomplished. Like I can imagine that you would be feeling exhausted and a little stressed out. But yeah, it's literally like starting with one thing. What's one thing that you can take off your plate? With this death card. Because even too, that the death card is looking at the Eight of Pentacles. So I have no doubt, like there is an intuition in you that is guiding you to burst these bubbles. Maybe it's because you're heading towards burnout. Maybe you're starting to realize like how uneven things are. And truly, like, this can be in any aspect of your life. It can be work. It could be, friendships. It could be in romantic relationships. It could even be like with yourself too, and again, like how and where you invest your time, how and where you take care of yourself, But again, like this death card feels like an intuition, and it almost kind of feels like yourself is not letting up on you. Like your intuition, your higher self, your soul is like, we're not going to let this go. Like I'm going to stand here and watch you do it, just to make sure that you do. And it really is like for your benefit, because over here, again, with the Two of Pentacles, right? Like that's balance. That's, like energy flowing more easily. Being able to juggle better, I guess, right? Because you don't have 8 things going, you only have 2. It's less things for you to have to be concerned about. It's less things for your mind to have to be keeping track of as well. And I love over here with the Page of Swords that we have, and then the Page of Cups behind it. I wouldn't be surprised if you start having really fucking creative ideas. Like if, instead of what is consuming your mind is all these responsibilities that you have, instead of that, it starts becoming new ideas, new perspective. Maybe even, like books or wanting to learn about something that interests you. It really is like a mindset shift. And it's almost too like, oh, if that has that much of an impact on this area of my life, I wonder how this same practice would impact other areas of my life, because I feel less brain foggy, like I feel like I have more room in my brain to think, because I don't have all these things over here. I have what's manageable and even what I want to be responsible for and what I feel like I should be responsible for, right? Especially if there are like other people involved. Like if it is your job, then, management or whoever needs to be delegating better. instead of just, I'm sure they've gotten complacent with just, you'll handle it. No, fuck that. That time is over. If it's in a romantic relationship, if you are carrying the majority of the load, doing the majority of the things, right, and your partner is just kind of existing, then that would need to change, But yeah, like there's, with pages, like they're the apprentices, they're new, right? Like they don't necessarily attach themselves to any one new idea or new belief. Like they're just out there trying stuff, or like I said, reading books, taking a course on something that you really enjoy, like reading something for fun, reading a serious book, discovering a truth about yourself. And it's like because all this mess, because you're like, that's not my fucking problem, it freed up the energy. The Page of Cups is very creative and imaginative and intuitive as well. So it's interesting, like we have the mind here, a new mindset, a new, belief system, a new, even just what you think about on the day-to-day basis, right? Like just the fact that you don't have all this other shit to think about, you can finally think about whatever, and then the Page of Cups, and cups being about our emotions and how we express those emotions, our intuition. Again, creativity. It's like that childlike innocence of, the excitement over going to like a museum or something, like going to an art installation, and just having fun, like even getting creative yourself. Like, I was talking about crafts, I think, at some point. I think that was this reading, right? I don't know. But, trying something new. I love this. I love this for you. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.